we have here is a function is defined by f of x. So what this means is whatever x is, square it and take away 1. Question 1 is very easy. It just wants f4. f4 is 4 squared minus 1. It wants f of minus 3, which is minus 3 squared minus 1. Then it wants f of 2, which is 2 squared minus 1. The answers will be 15, the other answer will be 8, and the other answer will be 3. So everybody alright with that? Yeah. Sam? Everybody alright with that answer? Yeah. Okay. Part 2. It goes, what is the, for what value of k? Now what does k element r mean? Anybody know? Just means k is a number. Just means it's a normal everyday number, okay? And it goes, for what value is 2k plus 1 plus f4. What did we say f4 is? f4? 15. And that has to equal f minus 3. What's f minus 3? 8. Now we're going to have 2k plus 16 equals 8. Bring the 16 to the other side. 2k equals minus 8. 1 second, Dennis. K equals minus 4. What's the question, Dennis?
You just
The next question after that, guys, is part 3. And if you look at part 3, lads, you paying attention? So we have fx minus f2 equals 0. What is fx? Fx is x squared minus 1. It's up here. What's f2? f2 is minus 3. Now you get x squared minus 4 equals 0. I think that's a type 4. Type 4 being difference of 2 squares, which is x plus 2, x minus 2 equals 0, x plus 2 equals 0, x equals minus 2, x minus 2 equals 0, x equals 2. Alright? Now, finally, verify that f of x minus 1 equals f of 1 minus x. Now this is where it really starts to confuse some people, okay? So the rule is whatever is in the box, yeah, whatever x is, square it and take away 1. Would you agree that's what the function wants you to do? Whatever number you're given, you square it and take away 1. In this case, we're given x minus 1. So we're going to put x minus 1 here. Now what is x minus 1 squared? What does that mean? Means x minus 1 multiplied by? Okay, and what is x minus 1 multiplied by x minus 1? X squared, yeah. X by minus 1? Minus 1x. Minus 1 by x. And then finally minus 1 by minus 1? Plus 1 minus 1. What's left over then? X squared. What's minus x, lads? And then plus 1 minus 1? 0. Alright, I've done the left hand side. Now I have to do the right hand side, which I'll do in green. So how do I find out f of 1 minus x? Anybody tell me? Whatever it is, square it and take away 1. So it's 1 minus x. And how do I do 1 minus x squared? 1 minus x by 1 minus x minus 1. Multiply it out. And when you multiply it out?
1.
Yeah.
Minus x.
Yeah. What's that mean? This line here?
X minus x.
And then this final line here?
X.
Minus x multiplied by minus x.
Minus x.
Minus x multiplied by minus x.
Oh, sorry, plus x squared.
Plus x squared minus 1. What cancels? The 1 and the minus 1. And what are we left with? X squared. What's minus 1x minus 1x? Have we proven they're the same thing? This one here is the same thing as this one here. They're the same thing. Okay, number 11. Once again, still a step upwards, okay, on what we've been doing. This time there's 2 functions. The two functions are f of x equals x squared plus 1 and g of x equals 2x. So find f of root 3. How do you find f of root 3, guys? F of root 3, anybody? Whatever it is, square it and add on 1 and you get 4. What about g of 1? Whatever it is, what do you do with it? No. That's for f. For g, you multiply by 2. There's two rules. If you're asked to do the f rule, you square it, Josh. You square it and add on 1. If you're asked to do the g rule, you multiply by 2. This is actually to do the g rule for 1, which means you multiply 2 by 1, which is 2. Next one. It wants you to say, find the values of k for which f of root 3 equals kg1. What is f root 3? From part 1. 4 equals. What is g1?
2.
So 4 equals k times 2, or 4 equals 2k. What's k going to be equal to? 4 divided by 2, which is 2. Next one. Find the values of which f of x equals g of x. What is f of x, lads? F of x is x squared plus 1. What's g of x? So does everybody see where I got that from? Fx is x squared plus 1, gx is 2x. Now anybody know what I do next? And then what happens? And then? Type 1. The reference number is 1. And the two numbers that multiply to give you 1 are minus 1 and minus 1. And they add to give you the minus 2. So do you want me to go over that again? Bring the 2x over, put it in the middle, you get type 1. Type 1 has a reference number of 1. You make up two numbers that multiply to give you 1, but yet they add you to give you the middle number of minus 2. That's why it's minus 1 and minus 1. Then you get x minus 1 equals 0, x equals 1. If you read the question, find the value for x for which this happens. Now finally, the hardest part of it all, okay? Now this is going to be tough, okay? Can anybody tell me how would you go about, Mick? How would you go about doing the last one, or even getting attempt marks for the last one? How would you find out what f of x plus 2 is, anybody? What does that mean? What's the x rule?
X squared plus 1.
Whatever it is, square it, and then add on 1. But what is it this time?
X plus 2.
It's x plus 2. Square that out, and we get x plus 2 plus 1. Go again, and you're going to get x squared plus 2x plus another 2x plus 4 plus 1. And you're going to get x squared, you're looking, plus 4x plus 5. That's part 1 done. That's the left hand side done. What you have to do to the g? And we know what you do with the g. So, g, the rule for g is, whatever the hell it is, multiply it by 2. What did he want us to multiply by 2? Whatever comes beside the g. So it's the x squared plus 2x plus 1. So they want us to multiply all of this by 2. And what happens when we multiply it by 2? 2x squared plus 4x plus 2. No, it'd be like saying the answer is 10. And you said instead of the answer being 10, you say the answer is 5. Okay, because you can't just divide by 2 unless you're doing it to both sides.
Sure. I don't get how you got what you got after it's like how you
That's okay.
I was just thinking how come you didn't do that for the question.
Yeah. Now what we get next, guys, is this here. Okay, is that gets moved up there, and then this G question, that's we only need the answers now, okay? So what we're doing is we're just using the answers now at this stage. Okay? Shh. So lads, What we have to do next is we have to put it all into one big equation. Okay, so we'll see the equation now in a second. So that's our two answers there. And what it wants us to do is it wants us to put f of x plus 2. What is f of x plus 2 again, guys? Okay, and then it says equals. Now we're here. Now it wants the g of x squared plus 2x plus 1, which is squared plus 4x plus. Then it wants us to take away f of x. What is f of x again? So it wants us to minus x squared plus 1. And what is that when we multiply it out? Minus x squared minus 1. See the way it wants us to take away the fx? Then it wants us to add on f of root 3. What is f of root 3? Plus 4. The word verify means that it's got to balance. If it doesn't balance, you've done something wrong. X squared plus 4x plus 5 is on the left, and on the right 2x squared minus x squared. 4x is nothing to work with. What's 2 take away 1? 1 plus 4? Does it balance? Yes, it does. Okay.